What is the best Python course on Udemy? I have received many requests from my subscribers to suggest some of the top courses on the platform. People ask me to compare their content, instructors and teaching styles. My name is Daniel and today I have a special video for you. I will talk about the top 5 Python courses on Udemy and share my opinion on them. We will also take a look at some student reviews. So, if you want to save your time and money and pick the best Python course online, here are the top 5 courses on Udemy. And guys, I left all course-related links in the description down below. Feel free to check them out after watching this review. So, let's start! Complete Python Bootcamp from Zero to Hero. And the first course we are going to talk about today is Complete Python Bootcamp from Zero to Hero by Jose Portilla. Currently, this is the hottest Python course on Udemy. There are almost 2 million students and nearly 500,000 reviews. That gives this course 4.6 out of 5 stars. And this is the most popular Python course on the platform. Portilla has made this exciting and tricky topic super easy to understand. You can go through all the lessons at your own speed. There are 23 sections and 156 lectures, breaking down the learning into manageable chunks. Guys, I have to tell you, this isn't just a sit back and listen kind of course. This is hands-on course. You will need to install Python on your computer, getting a real feel for what you are learning. This way you can dive right into practical stuff, like dealing with PDFs and Excel files, which are pretty handy in everyday tasks. Friends, do you know what I find especially great about this course? It's very beginner-friendly. If you are just making your first steps in programming, this course is definitely for you. But guess what? Even if you are already a programmer and want to switch to Python, it works just as well. And if you're somewhere in the middle and want to up your game, this course has got something for you too. The course instructor. Folks, this review would be incomplete if I didn't say a few words about the course instructor. So, as I mentioned before, the guy in charge of this class is Jose Portilla. He is the head of data science and the founder of Pyrian Training. And guys, this dude knows his stuff. He's been teaching data science and programming at the university level, and even has fancy degrees in mechanical engineering from Santa Clara University. What will you learn? In this course you are going to master some important stuff like methods and functions, modules and packages, objects, error and exceptions, and there is a whole section on GUI, or graphical user interface. You will dive deep into creating programs with their own cool interfaces. You will learn secrets of layouts, how to play around with GUIs, and even how to make them look great with styling. This course is perfect if you are stepping into the Python world for the first time and you are excited to dive right in. Even if you have never coded before, but you are ready to put in effort and time to learn, this course has got your back. The instructor knows his stuff inside out and explains everything in a super clear way. Plus, you will get plenty of hands-on practice. And I think practice makes perfect. Student reviews. So what do students think about this course? Well, over 90% of them give it 4 out of 5 stars, which is impressive. As this student says, this course is well organized for an introductory Python course. It is presented in a very clear way, even for people with no prior programming background. If you have programming background, some parts are a little repetitive and slow. It's definitely a good course for those who want to get started with Python in a reasonable amount of time. There are also some minor complaints. Some people want it to be heavier on the practical side. And some note that some things they found here are a bit outdated. However, the majority of people agree that the course is great for beginners and intermediate Python users and that the instructor is amazing. I think, guys, it's a great recommendation on its own. Alright, and now let's move to the next course. Automate the boring stuff with Python programming. Guys, before we move on, I try to make educational content in an entertaining way, make it fun instead of boring. And in return, I just ask to like this video and subscribe to my channel, if you enjoy the content I make. That's all. And the second course on this list is Automate the Boring Stuff with Python Programming by Al Swigart. People, do you ever find yourself doing the same boring computer tasks over and over again? And if the answer is yes, with this Python course you can totally make your life simpler. Imagine the extra time you would have if you could automate even just a part of your everyday routine. It's all about working smarter, not harder. And that's exactly what this course is about. This is easily one of the most popular Python courses online at the moment. It has over 1 million students and 109k reviews. The rating for this course is 4.6 out of 5. It's not a super big course, at least compared to other courses on this list. There are only 9.5 hours of video materials and 16 sections with 51 lectures and 95 downloadable resources. And here is an interesting thing about this course that make it stand out. Unlike many other Python courses out there, this one doesn't dive deep into the complicated stuff. It just keeps things simple. Instead of diving into all those advanced aspects of Python, it focuses on something super practical, like task automation. And this makes things a whole lot easier to understand. Who is this course for? You know, guys, it's great to see that this course is awesome for pretty much everyone. Office folks, researchers, students, marketers, administrators. And even just regular people who want to learn programming in a really hands-on practical way. It's like programming made easy for everyone. The course instructor. And now let me introduce you to the man who designed this course. Meet I. Swigert. He is not just any software developer. He is also a best-selling author. This guy wrote 8 books on programming. And guess what? Python is his absolute favorite language to work with. Plus, he's the brain behind some cool open source modules for Python. This guy knows his stuff inside out. And actually, this course is based on his famous book with the same title, Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. I will also leave the link to this book in the description. What will you learn in this course? In this course you won't just stop at the basics of Python. You will dive into some really cool stuff. And here is what's on the menu: web scraping, PDF and Word documents, Excel wizardry, text patterns, mouse and keyboard magic, email automation, and there are much more cool stuff. Sometimes this course takes on the complex issues and solves it beautifully. It makes boring programming fun. You will pick up skills to write programs that can do in minutes what would normally consume hours of your time. And you know what the best part is? Guys, you almost don't need any previous programming experience. So I would personally recommend getting this course and book, if you're interested how to automate your everyday stuff. By the way, I have reviewed this book in one of my videos. Check out the link in the description. Student reviews. As you see, the course is popular for a reason. Around 95% of reviews on Udemy are extremely positive. People like the fact that this course is great for Python beginners and is very well explained. Other students know that some stuff here is a bit outdated, and there is a lack of practical assignments. This student, for example, says, overall it's a pretty fun course and easy to follow. My only complaint is that it could use some updating, especially after section 12. Not a huge problem, as it's mostly third-party modules at that point, on which you may never use. They demo some neat things that you can do, but are not necessary, and I would consider this is a beginner-friendly course. So I would say that overall it's a very decent course with some minor issues. Keep them in mind, guys, if they can be a deal-breaker for you. Okay, let's talk about the next course on this list. 100 Days of Code, the complete Python Pro Bootcamp. And it's one more super popular hands-on course called 100 Days of Code by amazing Angela Yu. When it comes to numbers, it didn't get far from the previous courses, with over 1 million students. However, it looks like the number of reviews for this course is much higher, over 200k, and that's a lot. The current general rating is slightly higher as well, 4.7 out of 5. To be honest, guys, this doesn't surprise me, because all Angela Yu's courses tend to be very popular, if not bestsellers. Dr. Angela Yu is on the mission in this course. She is giving it her all for 100 days to turn you into a Python pro. It's not just learning for the sake of it. You won't just sit and listen. You will have to roll up your sleeves and dive into the code. And you know what? By the end of this course you will really truly know how to program in Python. Who is this course for? Guys, I think this course is treasure for anyone starting with Python. it's not just one more boring lecture. It's all about hands-on learning and building stuff from scratch. And believe me, you would love to code her projects. Every one of them is really cool. Here are just a few of them, for example: Blackjack, Snake Game, Pawn Game, Auto Swipe on Tinder, Auto Job Applications on LinkedIn, Automate Birthday Mails and SMS, Fully Fledged Blog Website, Build Your Own Public API, and many more. And you know what, folks, you don't need any programming experience to enroll too. So this is one more beginner-friendly course. The course instructor. Dr. Angela Yu is a remarkable person, developer and lead instructor both on Udemy and at offline bootcamps. She's passionate about teaching, because lots and lots of students note how great she is as a course instructor. And that's not surprising. She has years of experience teaching at London App Brewery, one of the London's top coding bootcamps. What will you learn? Guys, this course offers a huge number of practical skills. Among other things, you will be able to pick up professional Python programming, using Python for data science and machine learning, building GUIs and desktop applications with Python, working with various Python frameworks and libraries, automation, game, app, and web development using Python, and of course, much more. What makes this course stand out? Guys, the main thing that makes this course special is in its name. It's 100 days of code. And it's probably the most hands-on, intense, long-term Python experience you can find online today. And it's great, because you don't often find this kind of practical training that brings your coding skills to the next level. Besides, you get the chance to add 100 awesome complete projects to your portfolio. And I think that's cool. Student reviews. Friends, if you ever come across Angela Yu's course, you probably know it's super popular. 70% of students who reviewed it gave it 5 stars. Students love the instructor and her style of teaching. They enjoy how hands-on it is. On the other hand, some people criticize it for being a bit outdated. Here is, for example, one of the 4-star reviews. This course definitely taught me a lot about coding with Python. For me, it was worth it for sure. I would, however, caution those that want to take this course that some of the content is quite outdated. Also, there is quite a sharp drop around day 50, where the videos stop and you just get some written steps explanations. This is partially because you should be working more by yourself, but together with the lack of updates, it feels just a bit unfinished. So take all that into account, folks. And now we move on to the next course, the Complete Python Developer by Zero to Mastery. Guys, quick pause before we dive back in. If you like what you see, please do me a favor, hit that like button and smash the subscribe. Your support means the world to me. Thank you. Folks, first of all, let me answer the question you probably want to ask about this course. Is this course the same one posted on official Zero to Mastery Academy website? And to answer it, I decided to contact the Zero to Mastery team and ask them to clear things up. And I got a reply.
People should have chips implanted in their skulls that explode when they say something stupid.
What they told me is that Zero to Mastery courses on Udemy are no longer being updated, and they have actually been slowly removing them. That's why if students want the most up-to-date versions of the courses, they can only find them on the official Zero to Mastery platform. I also left the link in the description. Moreover, on Zero to Mastery website you will also get access to their Discord server, with many other perks. Alright, let's get back to the course. If you are just stepping into the world of programming and Python seems like a mystery, this course is your golden ticket. It's specially made for beginners who want to grasp the very basics of Python. But the great thing about it, guys, is that it doesn't focus on fundamentals only. It also lets you dive deep into more advanced concepts. Everything you need to know about Python to be ready for a Python junior position you can find in this course. And to be honest, guys, this is my favorite Python course. Alright, as the course instructor says, this course has a clear mission to make your Python pro from the ground up. And by the end, you are expected to not just know Python, but be pretty confident in your skills. The course instructor. Andrei Nigoy is the brain behind some of the top-rated programming courses online. Now he's not just a teacher, he is also the founder of Zero to Mastery Academy, one of the fastest growing educational platforms globally. His students land a job at tech giants like Apple, Google, Tesla, Amazon, JP Morgan, IBM, and this list goes on. What will you learn? Guys, I will be honest with you. This is the huge comprehensive course with a lot of stuff to learn. But just to give you an idea, here are some of the things you will pick up. OOP, or Object-Oriented Programming, Machine Learning and Data Science, using Python to work with files like images, CSVs, PDFs, send SMS or emails. Most importantly, you will get to build 12 real-life projects. And of course, you can add them to your portfolio. Folks, the thing is this course is designed so that you can spend every minute learning something useful. It's great if you are looking to boost your programming skills or even start from scratch. 65% of students who took this course gave it 5 stars. That's not a bad approval rate in my opinion.
Not bad.
It looks like people like the fact it's beginner friendly. They also enjoy the instructor's teaching style. And finally, here is the last but not least course for today. Learn Python Programming Masterclass. Guys, this course is designed to give you a rock-solid understanding of Python, even if you are starting from scratch. The creators have the experience to break down the lessons into bite-sized, easy-to-digest pieces. No complicated jargon here, just straightforward learning. Tim Buchalka and John Paul Roberts have put a lot of effort in this program, and it shows. There is more than 400,000 students and over 100,000 reviews. The rating of this course is 4.6 out of 5. Folks, this is the biggest Python course on the list here, with over than 70 hours of video materials, and believe me, that's really a lot of compared with other online courses on Udemy. It's probably the most comprehensive introductory Python course you can find online. So, if you're a complete newbie, you might want to give it a go. Who is this course for? You know, friends, the first thing you have to know about this masterclass is that it's of course designed for newbies too. If you're after a course diving into data science, machine learning or artificial intelligence, sorry, this course isn't for you. But if you need to nail down the basics before tackling the complicated stuff, this program is exactly what you need. It's all about building that strong foundation in core Python skills you can later expand upon. It lets you start simple so you have no difficulty understanding more advanced concepts later. The course instructors. Unlike other courses on this list, this one has 2 instructors, Tim Buchalka and John Paul Roberts. These guys are famous instructors and taught several million students.
OMG!
Tim is a pro software developer with over 40 years of experience. He has been in coding game for ages, working with big names like Fujitsu, Mitsubishi, major players like Mercedes-Benz, PayPal, Volkswagen, IBM and T-Mobile use his videos to train their developers. John Paul is a programmer, analyst and educator, and he also has decades of experience in the IT industry. And for example, he spent 16 years working for IBM. Today he develops Android apps and works with multiple programming languages, including Java, JavaScript and of course Python. What will you learn in this course? Like I said, guys, there is a lot to learn here. Let me list just a few things for you. Program flow control in Python, lists and tuples, functions, object-oriented Python, generators, comprehensions, and the timed module, big O notation and much more. Why do I like this course? Friends, you might have noticed that each course on this list has something special to offer. And this one isn't an exception. First of all, what makes it stand out is how it focused on core Python concepts and doesn't bother you with advanced ones. This is the approach for someone who takes learning Python seriously and wants to use it in the future. Another special thing about it is that it has 2 professional instructors with a huge amount of practical programming experience, and each one of them brings something unique to the table. Thanks to this course is fun and dynamic. Student reviews. Around 90% of students give this course 4 or 5 stars. People seem to be happy with teaching style and how hands-on it is. Some people complain about some disconnection between course section while it's going through the update process. For example, this review says, the material and the teaching in this course are good. However, since it's going through a remaster, where the instructors are redoing some videos and updating materials, There is somewhat of a disconnect when you get to the parts of the course that haven't been redone yet. I find the quality of remastered sections to be better, so I look forward to seeing the rest of the material completed. Honestly guys, I think this will stop being an issue as soon as the course gets updated, but make sure you check it before you enroll. Alright, my fellow developers, that's all about the best 5 Python courses on Udemy platform. Folks, you will find all the links to these courses in the description below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, until next time.